A Criterion flash sale? Quick, get my wallet, put it in an envelope, mail it to the internet, because the sale's online. But what to buy? Well, I've got some recommendations for you. And I'm going to tell you as soon as I get cut off by the opening credits right here on Show and Tell. If you're buying stuff from the Criterion Collection, you know the movies are going to look and sound as good as they ever have, maybe even better. So here is the #1 tip for collecting Criterion Collection movies. Buy what you like. Just get what you enjoy and don't listen to anyone else. Although, if you're looking for recommendations, Katy and I went through our Criterion library and we each picked 5 movies to recommend to you. We also went through our wish list and picked another 5 movies from the collection that we want to recommend to you as well. We'll start with my picks, and we're going to lead off with a big one. Citizen Kane, directed by Orson Welles, 1941. Many people say it's the greatest film of all time. Many people might be right. Have you seen a movie after 1941? It was influenced by Citizen Kane. That's really all I can say. And the Criterion disc comes with a commentary track by Roger Ebert. Double Indemnity from 1944, directed by Billy Wilder, starring Fred MacMurray and Barbara Stanwyck. This is the platonic ideal of noir. You want to know what it's all about? This is the one to watch. Umbrellas of Cherbourg from 1964, directed by Jacques Demy. There's no other movie like this. Other movies try to be like this, but they are not like this. Every word is sung. It is a lush, beautiful film, and I cry even thinking about it. I'm going to go the opposite of Umbrellas of Cherbourg right now and give you Thief, directed by Michael Mann from 1981, starring James Caan. It is, I don't want to say it's a heist movie, but it is Michael Mann's first feature, and boy, the word fully formed comes to mind when you watch this. How is that his first movie? And #5 in my picks is Local Hero from 1983, directed by Bill Forsyth. It is a sweet and gentle movie, and it's just so full of kindness and good. It's just such a good feeling movie. It's really good. All right, here's Katie's picks. First off, It Happened One Night, directed by Frank Capra. It's a 1934 romantic comedy. You're going to watch it and think, why did they keep making romantic comedies? This is it. We've done it correctly. The movie also destroyed the undershirt industry and invented the whole Bugs Bunny eating carrots thing. It's a long story, but these are quick picks. 1942's Cat People, directed by Jacques Tourneur. It's a Val Lewton horror classic that, in fact, it invented a type of scare. The Luton bus. You'll know it when you see it. It's fantastic. I shouldn't keep saying it's fantastic. They're all fantastic movies. Let's find out what's next. The Red Shoes, directed by Powell and Pressburger from 1948. This is very intense. The first time I saw the movie, I was swearing under my breath because I didn't know how they did some of the stuff. It's probably the greatest film about dance. Sometimes you gotta pick just one movie from just one director. These next 2 picks fall under that category. So let's start with 1980's Raging Bull by Martin Scorsese. This is a masterpiece of masterpieces. Let's say that. It's an unflinching, unforgiving look at a pretty big dirtbag, but it doesn't glorify it. Stop telling people it glorifies it. It doesn't. It is, I'll say it again, a masterpiece. Wong Kar-wai's In the Mood for Love rounds out Katie's 5 recommendations. It's one of the most beautiful love stories ever put to film. It is all about restraint and longing, and it just stays in your heart forever. Remember Everything Everywhere All at Once, the whole in another life I'd have loved to do laundry and taxes with you. That universe that they travel to is the Wong Kar-wai universe. It's the Wong Kar-wai-niverse. I'm never saying that again. Katy and I have a massive Criterion watch list. It took a while to narrow it down to 5 movies. We cut out box sets and stuff, so The World of Wong Kar-wai is not on here, which I really want. But here are our 5 sort of wish list movies we're probably going to be looking at we're probably going to pick up one or two of these if we can. 1950s In a Lonely Place, starring Humphrey Bogart and Gloria Graham. It is a dark movie about broken people that is so depressing and amazing. Speaking of dark, Don't Look Now by Nicholas Roeg from 1973. It's a movie about dealing with grief, or is it? It really is. It is Donald Sutherland, it is Julie Christie. It's the kind of movie that wraps up as soon as you get to the end of the movie, you realize what you've been watching, and it changes everything that you've been perceiving. It's so good. Brian De Palma's Blowout from 1981. These are all really dark films. This is a really dark neo-noir starring John Travolta, and it's about a sound designer, like a sound engineer, sound recordist. All these movies are ones that really stick with you. That you might not go, hey, I'm gonna watch this every 6 months. No, they'll stick with you and you'll go, oh, huh, wah. Let's cheer things up a little with another neo-noir, this time by the Coen brothers. It's Blood Simple from 1984. Once again, this is like Thief from 1981. You're watching, you're like, this is their first movie? Oh, come on. And rounding out our wish list of 5 is Jonathan Demme's Something Wild from 1986, starring Jeff Daniels, Melanie Griffith, and Ray Liotta. It starts off as a quirky, button-down guy being shown the world of eccentricity by an eccentric lady, and then about halfway through it turns into something real different. Can you guess? Is the word you're looking for dark? It's a trend. It's a trend! There's 15 movies for you. 16 if you count The Lady Eve, a Preston Sturges film starring Henry Fonda and Barbara Stanwyck. And I count it. Let me know what you think. Are you going to be buying anything from the Criterion Collection sale? Do you own anything from the Criterion Collection? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And if you're in a position to help the channel grow, you can do so at coffee.com/EricFell. It'll go towards making things like this and helping me eat and pay rent. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the future.